Good morning, students. Time is said to be money. Time is most precious. Time once gone can't come again. Inform your colleagues, friends to join the class, not to miss the class. It's a great loss. Please send this message among your friends. Today we have the socialism topic. Perhaps the last day I informed you, I mentioned that the workers in Europe, including Russia, was very bad. Women workers suffered even more. Though the working condition for all the workers was pathetic, yet that of the women was rather worse. सभी श्रमिकों की स्थिति, चाहे वे पुरुष हों या स्त्रियां, जनरली सामान्यतः सारे श्रमिकों की स्थिति दयनीय थी। उनमें भी महिलाओं की तो और भी बदतर स्थिति, because they were given less wages, though they didn't work less, but they got less wage.
राम राम
मेरा आवाज भी ज्यादा हो रहा है।
Why are you talking? Don't talk. What was the condition of peasants? Peasants, small farmers, acting as tenants or owning a little land, known as peasants. Landowner, nobles, or landlord. Cultivator, peasants. The land was owned by nobility and the landlords. There were different kinds of nobles, and they had their own rank of peasants There was a difference if we compare France and Russia. In France, all peasants had respect for the nobles, for the nobility, for the land owners. But it was not so in Russia. The Russian peasants didn't have respect, didn't pay respect to the nobles, to the land owners. And once it happened that some of the landlords were killed, the nobles were killed by the peasants. And then a series of such events started. After taking place, once it started across the entire country, a number of the nobles were killed by the peasants because they were exploited very much. They had to work hard, but they were the worst sufferers. इतनी कठिन मेहनत, इतना ज्यादा परिश्रम, हार तोड़ मेहनत और नतीजा सिफर। हर चीज, यहाँ तक कि जीवन की जो आवश्यक वस्तुएं थी वो भी बमुश्किल मिलती थी। इतना एक्सप्लॉयटेशन नोबल्स के द्वारा होता, उनके प्रति रोष इनमें व्याप्त था। और इसी के दौरान कुछ since the nobles were landowners and the peasants grew crops, in return they had to pay. They had to pay money in the form of rent. But later on, they refused to pay rent, and when they were pressurized, some of the landlords, some of the nobles were killed. जब मांगते थे किराया, जिस प्रकार मकान किराए पर लगाया जाता, उसी प्रकार उनकी जो जोत थी, जमीन थी, उसको किराए पर लगाते थे, रेंट की वसूली करते थे। शुरू में रेंट देने से इनकार कर दिया किसानों ने। दबाव जब इन लोगों ने बनाया, उनमें से कुछ की हत्या हो गई और यह सिलसिला चल पड़ा। पूरे रूस में यह स्थिति कायम हो गई। By 1905, such incidents spread all over Russia. 1905 तक पूरे रूस में ये प्रचलन हो गया। The peasants were excited, very much excited, to kill the landowners and to seize their land. Now you can understand the situation. All the workers were annoyed, all the peasants were annoyed, and they were in the majority. Moreover, There were some liberals, there were some persons, some philosophers, some intellectuals. They also had no respect. In spite of their knowledge, they had no respect. There were some liberals, nationalists, all of them were totally dead against Tsar Nicholas II. Or second, Tsar Nicholas was the king. All of them were totally, completely against the king. They wanted changes in the system. So the intellectuals and the ideology of socialism in Russia. Some parties were formed, political parties, but parties were declared to be illegal by the Tsar. जो राजनीतिक संगठन बने, राजनीतिक दल बने, उसको जार ने गैर कानूनी घोषित कर दिया. Before 1914, political parties were illegal in Russia. In 1898, a party had been formed, namely Russian Social Democratic Workers Party. Russian Social Workers Democratic Party or Democratic Workers Party, who formed socialists. They were inspired from Karl Marx. Getting inspiration from Karl Marx, some of the socialists formed this party in 1898. And the party began to publish newspaper. Through the newspaper, the party began to spread the ideology of socialism, the ideology of Marx, or that is called Marxism. मार्क्सवाद की समाजवाद, मार्क्सवाद का समाजवाद का प्रचार इन समाचार पत्रों के माध्यमों से किया जाने लगा. And workers were also made aware of their rights. They were inspired, they were motivated to go against the existing system, to go against monarchy. The workers who worked in the industries were also motivated for strikes. Only then their demands would be accepted. They were told that after going for a strike, they could get or they could change their conditions. They could pressurize the industrialists to provide them more facilities. इन लोगों ने समाचार पत्र के माध्यम से, भाषण के माध्यम से कामगारों को, श्रमिकों को समझाया कि आप हड़ताल करें, काम बंद करें, तभी मालिकों पर दबाव बढ़ेगा और वे आपकी सुविधाओं को बहाल करेंगे, आपको ज्यादा सुविधा देंगे, आपको ज्यादा मजदूरी देंगे और आपके काम करने के घंटे में कटौती। It means the party, Russian Socialist Democratic Workers Party, supported the workers. Actually, the party was meant for changing or improving the condition of workers. It was their motto, objective. So the party was working to support the workers. And the workers also followed the path, the ideas provided by political parties. In 1900, in 1898, Russian Social Democratic Workers Party was formed, and in 1900, Socialist Revolutionary These are the two main parties, and both worked for the welfare of the workers in Russia. Both the parties wanted to enjoy the support of the workers, to be impressive in the country. दोनों दल श्रमिकों का समर्थन पाकर देश में अपना प्रभाव जमाना चाहते थे, अपनी प्रभुता कायम करना चाहते थे। This party, I mean Social Revolutionary Party, demanded that the entire land owned by the nobility should be distributed among the workers, among the peasants. The nobles should not have the possession of land. It should be transferred to the peasants. It was the demand of this party. मालिक कौन थे? गोस्वामी, नोबल, तो जमींदार। इस पार्टी ने ये मांग रखी कि गोस्वामियों के पास की भूमि को बांट दी जाए, काश्तकारों में, किसानों में, जो खेती करते हैं उनमें बांट दिया, उनको स्थानांतरित कर दिया। Obviously, after having such a demand, this party acquired the support of the peasants. This party presented itself to the well-wisher of the peasants, and the Russian Social Democratic Workers Party considered to be the well-wisher of the workers. Meanwhile, a great personality emerged in the history of Russia, and that person was Lenin, Vladimir Ilyich Lenin. He had his own views. Vladimir Lenin realized that the Russian peasants were not united. They were divided in different classes. So he made up his mind. He determined to unite the peasants first. Without making them united, it was impossible to uproot, to overthrow the existing thing from Russia. काश्तकारों को, किसानों को संगठित करना बहुत जरूरी है. It was realized by Lenin, and he tried in that direction. But later on, the party divided. Social Democratic Party. He belonged to Social Democratic Party, and the party was divided into two parts. Bolshevik and Menshevik. Bolsheviks and Mensheviks. Bolsheviks were in majority and Mensheviks were in minority. बोल्शेविकों की संख्या ज्यादा थी, वे बहुमत में थे, और मेंशेविकों की संख्या कम थी, वे अल्पमत में. And their principles also differed. On the one hand, Bolsheviks led by Lenin believed in discipline. Lenin wanted all the members of his party to be disciplined, to work in a disciplined manner. On the other hand, Menshevik believed in openness, in liberalism. But without discipline, no organization can work effectively. No organization, not even a family. So maintaining discipline is the first requirement for the success of an organization. It was realized by Lenin, so he disciplined all the party members. He made all the party members, he taught all the party members a lesson of discipline, and therefore his functioning was more effective. This party, I mean Bolshevik, which was later known as Communist Party, became more popular and effective in Russia. अनुशासन के बल पर लेनिन ने अपने दल को लोकप्रिय बना दिया, प्रभावी बना दिया. दौड़ में बोल्शेविक आगे निकल गए, मेंशेविक पीछे रह गए. Now 1905 revolution in Russia. How was the plot made for revolution in 1905 in Russia? As we know, Russia was an autocratic country. It means there was autocracy, despotism, the king was all in all. He didn't believe in any kind of constitution, any kind of laws. He was not, the Tsar was not subject to constitution. His own will was the law. उसके अपनी इच्छा, अपने शब्द ही कानून था। वह संविधान के प्रति उत्तरदायी नहीं था, उस पर कोई नियंत्रण नहीं था, वह स्वेच्छाचारी था, वह मनमानी करता था। Constitution demanded by social democrats and revolutionaries. All social democrats, liberals, revolutionaries, workers, peasants collectively demanded for the formation or making constitution. संविधान बनाने की मांग ये लोग कर रहे थे। The Tsar was pressurized, the Tsar was compelled for making constitution. There were some Muslims in Russia. They were known as Jihadists. They also supported the nationalists or socialists. So there was no other option for the Tsar. He accepted the demand. He was ready, and he was ready to work following the constitution. He was ready to accept the partial demands, not complete, partial demands of the nationalists, of the socialists. Meanwhile, in 1904, from a factory, 4 workers were dismissed. एक फैक्ट्री में काम करने वाले 4 मजदूरों को निलंबित कर दिया गया, बाहर कर दिया गया 1904 में। They worked in iron ore mine. Iron ore mine. लॉ एफ के खदान में ये काम करते थे। माइन blaming them anyway, they were dismissed. And in reaction, thousands of workers went on a strike. In reaction, action and reaction. Action taken by the mines owner, that 4 workers were dismissed, and in reaction, thousands of workers were on a strike. So was, or it was the result of their unity. It was the result of the political parties or the support of the political parties. राजनीतिक दलों के समर्थन का यह परिणाम था कि 4 मजदूरों के निष्कासन की प्रतिक्रिया में हजारों वर्कर्स हड़ताल पर चले, कामकाज को ठप कर दिया। ऐसा पहले नहीं होता था। ये इसका मतलब है कि जागृति इनमें आई। They became aware of their rights, and it was a result of socialist socialist organizations, socialist parties. Also, all these workers demanded that their working hours should be reduced up to 8 hours, which was from 10 hours to 15 hours. They demanded for their wages to be increased and their life should be improved, working condition should be better. Such demands were put forward by the workers. There is an important topic known as Bloody Sunday, खूनी रविवार. What happened that day? Please lend me your ears. It was the day of Sunday in 1905. There was restlessness among the low class people and the middle class people. The people suffered a lot. They were on the verge of starvation. Some of them were on the verge of starvation. They were to die because of hunger. So a procession led by Father Gapon, moved towards the king's palace for their demands, and that was known as Winter Palace, where the Tsar used to reside. Winter Palace. The procession was going in that direction. But suddenly, the people were attacked by the guards, by the police, and deployed army. They wanted to check the procession, and the people in the procession wanted to go ahead. So during the course, military men and police attacked the procession. Many workers were killed and were wounded. So because of that bloodshed, it is known as Bloody Sunday. Since the day was Sunday, so it is known as, in the history, it is known as Bloody Sunday. You have to remember the day was Sunday. Incident occurred in 1905 in Russia, when the procession was going to hand over a petition to the Tsar, but before that, police and military men attacked, fire and causing death and injuries of a number of people. And thereafter, a series of events, such events are started. Such processions began to come out, protesting the Tsar, police, and military. Results? What were the results of such events? A strike were common or became common. A trend of a strike started in Russia. Here and there, anywhere, workers started strikes. Universities were closed.
रिकॉर्डिंग लिखा गया खत्म हो गए कि जा